Half the adventure of hunting in Asia is just getting to the hunting area. A 12-hour flight from Dallas to Istanbul, then another 5.5 hours to Bishkek, and then you start a 15-hour drive in the cruisers just to get into base camp in the hunting area. The terrain's so vast, and you cover a lot of ground, and you come through some small villages, which was so cool to see just the way that they live and the sights, the smells. That to me is one of the biggest reasons that I love to travel to new places and hunt international destinations. The first part of success is just arriving to camp with all of your gear.
We're here in the Tian Shan Mountains of Kyrgyzstan. This hunt has been a dream of mine for so long. It's a horseback hunt, and I love horses.
I'm Vladimir Tereshov from Moscow, from Russia, and I'm outfitter for mountains game. And first time when we prepare hunt for foreigners in this territory, it was 1990, 31 years ago. First hunter was Americans, Peter Papak from Washington State. And Kyrgyzstan, it's so nice hunting country that every year we operate here, and every year we have different camps in this republic. People and guys very friendly, horses very friendly, yes. And for all hunters who like horseback hunt, it's beautiful area. It's beautiful area. It's one of the best in the world because mountains. It's beautiful, Tian Shan Mountains.
The team and I met Vladimir Tereshov in Kamchatka a couple years ago, and since then I've had the opportunity, at several people's recommendation, to get the book Game Masters of the World by Chris Kleinberger. And as I was preparing for Kyrgyzstan and just trying to educate myself on the country, I flipped to Kyrgyzstan, and there's Vladimir Tereshov's name.
Kyrgyzstan, it's a very special country in the world. More than 80% of all territory, it's Tian Shan Mountains. And people who live here, they born close to the horses. They live all times close to the horses. In many camps where you can see big mountains and open valley, two very famous animals, they live together. It's Mid-Asian Ibex and Argali. Many years ago, Russian scientists divide Argali for two different species. And one of these is Karelini Argali, another name Tian Shan Argali. It's east and north part of this republic. Another now we call Hume Argali. It's Argali which is more close to Marco Polo from Tajikistan. And as a result, you can see now two different species of Argali in Kyrgyzstan.
It's day one. Could hardly sleep last night. As tired as we are, everybody's super excited to get outside and start prepping the gear.
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
Anyone that's hunted sheep knows that weather is just something you've got to contend with, and I'm starting to think weather follows us around the world. As we started riding out of camp this morning, the snow started coming in and visibility just got worse and worse. Got a 30-mile-an-hour wind, the wind chill's about 5 degrees, and at this point, we're probably spooking more game than we can even see. So we're gonna go back to camp and we'll try again tomorrow.
Day two today, quite cold outside. We had a decent snow last night, but we only got to hunt till noon yesterday because of the blizzard. So the sun's shining, we ought to be able to locate the sheep, and hopefully they're down low. Hopefully there's quite a bit of snow up top. We're saddling the horses, and we're gonna get out of here about 8 o'clock, see if we can locate them.
Eşitiyorum isteğiyle dört ben alıp
Yeah, yeah. We're not far from camp. We've got sheep all over the hillside. Behind us, there's roughly 150 ewes that we can see. And then this way, we've got 4 rams. The one on the right is bigger.
Yes.
Right. 50? 50?
50.
You think 50? Yeah. We've got weather, looks like all week. And we got a break today, so it's gonna be hard not to go after this ram. It's beautiful, kicks out, looks like pretty wide on each side.
We should go too close,
Yeah,
and then we can decide there.
okay.
Okay?
Okay. Just come up the drainage. We got the sheep. Looks like about 800 yards up here, so we're gonna tie the horses off. Work up the drainage, keep the wind in our favor. Get a closer look. But one of these rams definitely looks like a shooter. So we'll inch our way up there and hopefully get a better look and, if possible, take a shot.
Now we're waiting. Big one trophy. He will stay behind the small mountains.
We saw the ram bedded, one of the 2 shooters, and there was about 6 ewes that had us pinned down. And so we waited out the ewes for about 2 hours.
For example, 52 size. What? 52.
This one.
Yeah, but he like, not straight, sideways. Yeah.
So we made the final stalk into the ram, made sure he was definitely the shooter, which he was. He was bedded, pretty strong crosswind, but I had a steady rest and made the shot. It was dead on him. Steady rest.
Барып карап көрөлү.
Yeah.
The ram was bedded here just below us. Shot was about 410. And we got on blood right here. Hopefully we get to the top of this ridge here. And he's gonna be just on the other side. I just couldn't believe how big these sheep are, both in body and horn size, when I got up to them in person. I mean, the horns just seem like they go on for days, and their bodies are roughly 350 pounds.
No, it's not good. It's sexy.
This is a hunt that's been a dream of mine for a very long time, since I saw it on TV. Guys on horseback in the majestic mountains of Kyrgyzstan. And here we are. I mean, out here hunting these massive bodied, massive horn Hume Argali, and it's just more beautiful than I ever imagined. And I'm so fortunate that we're here and got to do this. I mean, left camp this morning on horseback in this weather and got up here and got a shot on this ram. It's an emotional experience, and it's something I'll never forget. It's been cold this week. The wind chill's been around 15 degrees, and every day the temperature's been below freezing. And when you're on horseback and you're up high and you're not generating a lot of energy because you're riding on a horse, it's brutal.
Normally, Ibex like a little more higher elevation compared with Argali. But in territory where not so many people, and what now we are in very, very far territory where no civilization, no villages, no something, they don't need high elevation mountains for their life. They live much more close to the valley, much more close to the river. Why? Because nobody disturbs these animals, no poaching, no something. Only one problem is wolf. But wolves, it's everywhere.
Having these mid-Asian horses out here, it's just such a different experience, and it's such an advantage. Most of the sheep hunts I've done are on foot, and maximum you might cover 9 miles in a day. And out here, you look down and you've covered 9 miles in a matter of 3 or 4 hours. And it just opens up how much country you can see. Got a fresh snowfall last night, and the winds died down a little bit. So you got some blue skies popping out. Hopefully we're gonna get back here around this pass, and the Ibex are gonna be back there. Just located 3 billies down below the ridge here. We're gonna have to crawl to the edge, get up to a vantage point where we can take a shot. We just sat there in amazement to see that many ibex and see how healthy they are in this Naran area. It just brings a smile to your face, and it shows you that conservation out here is truly working. This is the first ibex that I've ever hunted, and just an absolute monster. This guy's 12 years old, big, heavy bases. I'm so proud of the guys for putting us in position. This has always been a dream hunt of mine, and to do it here in these mountains, it's just unbelievable. It's just the adventure of a lifetime.
Our hunt was successful, and our plan was Argali and Ibex. We shoot this, and of course guides all times they take all meat, all carcass to the home, because they really like this food, and it's important for this life in the high elevation in the mountains. It's protein, and it's their traditional.
Here in camp in the butcher room, when they process the meat, it's pretty awesome to see. You've got 9 piles of meat here from the Marco Polo and the Ibex. They're going to go to different villagers' homes, and they've got the names on it. So what we didn't get to eat here in camp, families will get to enjoy this meat going into the winter. This hunt in Kyrgyzstan as a whole just far exceeded my expectations. I mean, there's the most beautiful mountains in every direction that you look. They're covered in snow. It's almost an emotional experience being on horseback, riding up the steeps in the snow and hearing the rocks crush under the horse's hooves. It's just hard to explain. And to come to a place, just the mystique of the Tian Shan Mountains, it's a country where there's massive amounts of Marco Polo sheep or the Hume Argali and the mid-Asian Ibex. And those two animals, I'd always dreamed of hunting them and never thought I would have the opportunity to do so. And now I know why people that have been here just rave about the experience.